Hey everyone, I'm a mom. If you guys didn't know, I am a mother of two young, amazing children. And like any mother, when you get pulled off to the side by a teacher with some news about your kid's behavior, you worry. I know I was worried. The teacher and the assistant principal pulled me aside and asked to talk to me about my kid. And I was concerned because as a mother, I only want people to see my child in their fullest, joyous, brightest expression. So for 2 days, I got pulled aside at my kid's summer camp, once by a teacher, once by an assistant principal, and they pulled me aside to talk to me about my kid's behavior at school. So my dear Max, he does not do the best in group social settings, and he's a perfectionist, and he threw a tantrum in class and he got sent to the principal's office. My initial reaction was I was worried that the school was going to tell me that he needed to sit down, be quiet, that he needed to take orders, that he had to just follow the damn rules. And I have to admit that the school's really good about not saying anything like that. There's nothing more cringeworthy than when someone tells me something is wrong with my kids, because there's nothing wrong with my kids. They're going through an experience and they need help, they need tools to process their emotions as they move through this experience. I share this story because the people pleaser energy in me wants to say, what do we need to do? How does he need to behave? Tell us what we need to tell him so that he can show up and you will love him and approve of his behavior. And I'm so glad that they didn't do that, because honestly, afterwards, when I talked to my kid, I told him, and this is the conscious leader in me, the conscious leader energy in me, as I told him, hey, I'm really glad that you communicated your frustration. I'm really glad that you didn't just listen to people and let them tell you what to do. But then I told him, at the same time, you need to be more respectful. The way that he did it, he was actually breaking up pencils into little pieces. He stormed off. He was starting a mutiny. It would have been really easy for me to tell him that you can't do that just because, and that would have been the people-pleasing energy in me. But the conscious leader sought to understand him and meet him where he was at so that we could get to the root cause. Because just telling him to listen to what people are telling him, just listen to the adults and do what they say, is a band-aid. It's not really teaching him anything. It's not teaching him to be a conscious leader. It's not teaching him critical thinking skills. So after a passionate discussion about speaking our truth while also respecting others in the process in a way that doesn't harm other people, but allows you to be authentic to yourself. Yes, I had this conversation with a 4.5-year-old. He is more understanding of what it means to feel frustrated, how to deal with your frustration, and to not hold himself to such high expectations where it becomes painful for him. Because my dear 4.5-year-old is striving for perfection, and he's upset because he's not achieving perfection. And for him, it's also knowing grace and compassion, that you're on a journey, because we're all on a journey.